Okay, welcome back. Our next clip is pretty much about the vocabulary of the Cartesian plane or coordinate plane, otherwise known as the same thing. So that if you hear some teacher saying coordinate plane and someone else saying Cartesian plane, it's the same thing. So if we turn this around, the lighting's not brilliant, but it's not about me, it's about what's on behind me that you really want to focus on. So along here we can see a line going down and we can see a line going across. Okay, so what that means, we've been cut into 4 different quadrants. Okay, quad means 4, like a quad bike or a quadrilateral has 4 sides. So this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And remember, we could remember this by, if we just wrote the letter C, it should go through all of these quadrants. We start here. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. So this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And normally these are recognised with Roman numerals. Okay? So obviously not like this, but you'll get the point. Let's get rid of those ones. We know this one here. Along here, this is quadrant 1. This is the positive. So these are like along this way and this way. These will be positive. This quadrant will be positive. So let's look at this one here. We've got an A as a coordinate point here. So now there's A. Do I go along the x-axis or y-axis first? If you remember watching that video, it's along the x-axis. And you remember x comes before y. So this is the x-axis. And the one going up towards the sky is the y. Okay, so remember sky. X comes before y, so we go along the x-axis here, and I can see that by the looks of this, it's going to come to 5. So I think the first one would be 5, then we'll put a little comma, and then the second one we go up the y-axis, and we lie to about 7, and we come across. That looks about 7, so I'm pretty confident it is 5, so that's the x-axis, and this is the y. 5, 7. So let's have a look. What do they think? Don't know if it's going to work. Will it work? Oh, let me check this out. So we're trying to figure out how to move this one. No, somebody. Now click on this myself. There we go. 5, 7. If I had this one here, using that same information, I go along the x-axis and then up y. This one's saying it's up to 11 and then up 7. So this one would be 11, 7. Okay, so that's just quadrant 1. Some of the other vocab we need to look at, right in the centre, where where it's got that little dot and the line intersects. Okay, that one there is known. Well, that actual coordinate point will be 0, 0. Also known as the origin. Origin. I need to get it right. Now, I don't know if that's about right. Origin. Maybe. Origin. Hopefully it is. Anyway, origin. It's the centre. 0, 0. If there is a coordinate and there is something right on here. Okay. That one there, it's not in quadrant 1, it's not in quadrant 2, and it's not in quadrant 3 and 4. It's actually on the, what axis is that? It's the y-axis. So if you ever get given, which quadrant is this in, it's actually not in a quadrant. Okay, it's on the axis. This one's on the x-axis. So the actual plot point for this would be, I'm not going anywhere, so I'll put 0. Then I go, instead of going up towards the sky, I'm actually coming down. Okay, so that is still on the y-axis, and it's down -4. Okay, so we've got negative and positive numbers. So we've got to be a little bit tricky how we organise all that there. Apart from that, it's pretty much the basics of it. Okay, I will do, I'll put this one, if we can see this, -4, -3. To find this way is positive. Remember on that clip it said negative we go to the left. Say -4, so x-axis, -4. I go along and here's -4 here. Then it's saying -3, so -3 goes down here. So I'm going to definitely end up in quadrant, which quadrant? 3. So if I plot that, that would give me this one here. So that quadrant is -4, -3. Okay. Now sometimes these are known as coordinate points, or it can also be known as ordered pairs. Pairs mean 2, so there's 2 numbers ordered in that x and then y. Okay, we'll pause that clip there and we'll come back and I'll give you a couple to try.